Hey everybody, how's it going? Hope you're enjoying a nice weekend, even though it's pouring down rain today. Has been since early this morning. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of floods, a lot of puddles, backed up drainage systems, all that. So it's going to be fun. So if you're in an area where it might flood, I wish you the best because with the runoff coming and this stuff, it's going to be interesting. But anyway, I wanted to jump on here real quick and say thank you again for all of the wonderful support that you guys are showing me with looking forward to the content that I'm going to bring. And I wish I could tell you everybody that I've been kind of filtering through. Potentially recording with them, but I want to be able to save that until they are confirmed. But I can promise you, I've got some great guests lined up, and I'm so excited about all of it. It's just going to be wonderful. So that's all I can say right now. I am going to tell you that I have a recording scheduled for Monday, and I'm so looking forward to this one. I can say safely that this is a family member of mine, and we don't live in the same state, but we have always been very close, and I have always just loved this guy so much. And you can't pick your family, as a lot of us know, and some of us have had some pretty significant family issues. But what I can say is that I'm very blessed to have this guy as my family. So very, very excited to bring to you what our conversation is going to be. And the idea behind the conversations I want to have with these people is to tell their stories, to enlighten you, if you will, about the trials and the things that people go through, the tragedies, the grief, the setbacks, the start overs, all those things. All those things I want to bring to the table because I think that they're very significant when it comes to helping us deal with our own stuff. um, I can very, very much attribute my health and wellness and where I am at today after the chaotic things that I've been through over the last 2.5 years. I can, pretty much say that if it weren't for the connections I've made through podcasts and feeding my brain, heart, and soul with all of the positivity and the trying to answer questions about things that I just did not understand about how can people do what they do, how do people forgive when they never should, how all these millions of things that went on in my brain, and how do you deal with family betrayals and blah blah blah. So if it weren't for my deep dive into all of that, because I am that kind of person where I want answers, I never ever just sit back and just take things as they are and never ask questions. That's just not me. I've never been that way. And it really saved me in a lot of ways. Not like I was going to go down in flames and, hurt myself. That was not an option, but I was definitely damaged goods. And if it weren't for the information that I found reaching out into the cyber world of podcasting and some books and things like that, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. And I know a lot of where I'm at right now has to do with history, has to do with things that I've already been through years and years ago that led me here. The clarity, the understanding, the looking for answers to the questions as to why things are the way they are, and it was huge for me. So that's what brought me here. And it started out, of course, as a two-person deal, but it just got to the point that as busy as life gets, and how much I wanted to really focus down one avenue, that it was best if I did this on my own. And I'm very grateful for that. I'm grateful for the fact that I've learned so much about how to do this on my own. And it's not for the faint of heart, just because there's so much tech involved. And I'm not the biggest techie out there, but I have learned so much and I can make my way. And that's one thing that people uh, may or may not know about me, is I'm very tenacious, very tenacious. I joke that the T is for tenacious, not Tiffany. So I will. seek out and I will find answers. And that's just how I'm built. So I wanted to say that. I wanted to say, stay tuned. Monday afternoon is going to be a great, great experience for me, and I can't wait. And I will probably, because my brain will be in overdrive and be so excited, I will probably edit the crap out of it, as in get it done ASAP and send it back to my person. And then he will hopefully get through it and then give me the approval, and I'll put it out there ASAP. So I do know that we are on YouTube. I know that we have our website, and I believe we're still on Spotify. I'm not sure. I don't mess with Spotify, so I'm hopefully you can still find us out there on Apple Podcasts as well. But I do need to double check on all that because that was initially set up in the first round of Mahogany and Willow, and I didn't do all that. So I need to double check and make sure we're still there. But all else fails, you can find us on YouTube. I did also want to tell you guys about some great things happening, and I've been super, super busy. I've got too many irons in the fire sometimes, but at the same time, it's a beautiful thing. The beautiful chaos is what I would probably call it, of everything I'm doing right now. So not only am I trying to build, the podcast and get guests aligned, I call it rack 'em and stack 'em. So I've sent out questionnaires to these people. I've got six out right now, and hopefully get those turned around and scheduled, because I really, really want to focus on getting at least two out a month. And I want to stay consistent to that. One a week might be a little too much, unless of course it ends up being long and I'm okay with that, then I'll split it up and that would be great. So then I'll do back to back. But minimum two a month. And that is of just, of course, assuming that I may not be able to connect with some of these folks. But everybody's busy. It's springtime too. People, I've got people from all walks of life that I'm hoping to do a split screen conversation with. But in that midst, the busy stuff is I'm building a website for a local contractor that's up north here that has several vacation rentals that I just confidently said I can do that. I I don't know. Uh, there are times I sit there and I go, "What were you thinking?" But I've done it before, and I'm a very visual person, so visuality things are just my thing. So I've got that going on, which is a process, and I'm just going to put this out there. If anybody's ever thinking about working with GoDaddy, I highly discourage it because I have had nothing but issues with GoDaddy. I am actually doing the making the website on the Wix platform, and this will be my fourth Wix website that I have built. And I prefer Wix. I have no issues with Wix. What I do have issues with is trying to do customer service with GoDaddy, because the guy I'm working with, his old office gal had set up the domain through GoDaddy. So therefore, you have to actually transfer the domain over. Well, that is not easy when you're working with GoDaddy. So should not be that hard, but it is. And I've been on customer support, I probably 14 times now, and you could roll the dice as to whether you get somebody in the States or somebody in India. And I don't care who you are. I got nothing against those people. But if you cannot understand our language, then how can you possibly help me? Okay. We'll just throw that out there. It is a problem, and it is never ending. And then you're trying to deal with the owner of the domain, which is the contractor, never being available. So you send verification codes and then they go nowhere because that person's not available. And then you're back to square one of not getting things transferred over. So it's been interesting, but I'm a worker bee, and I just keep working at it. I actually took a break the last couple of days from it because I was actually mentally fried. And so we went turkey scouting, as some of you may have seen on my videos on my Facebook. And then of course to come back here and there's turkeys right in my parents' backyard, which was hilarious. And I really could have tackled one of them. It was like I literally said, "Holy shit balls," because it startled me because it was just like 6 feet away from me. If there wouldn't have been like a car fender and a bunch of shrapnel right there, I would have leapt. I could have. I wouldn't have, but I could have leapt and grabbed it. But of course, it's not turkey season, but it's just funny. So you just never know. There's so many turkeys right now, and it's so fun. So anyway, I took a break, needed it. Yeah. And so right now, I've got the website, I've got building my business, my hats, my yeah, and then oh, whoops, there goes the the neighborhood and my mugs and canvases and all that. Bar 20. Make sure you go see these guys in Parma. It's a great little Western store. I'm always going to plug them because they are really, really trusting me and giving me some really good business opportunities. So, speaking of that, another thing I'm doing is I just did a big order of 46 custom designed hoodies and whiskey glasses for Bar 20 in Parma. So that's exciting. And so thank you guys. Like I said, great little store. It's got lots of tack, lots of hats, some jewelry, girly stuff, boots. I mean, they've got pants, shirts, mugs. Yeah, lots and lots of stuff. So, and soon to have more because of me. So, anyway, very exciting. So, I'm very, very busy, and it's the perfect time of year for me to be busy because it's crappy up at Wild Horse and it's snowing today. So, I'm not missing out on any fun activities other than probably just working from up there, which is harder because I need to be here. So, on top of that, I established an account with with the John and Ann up at the Gateway Cafe and store down there by Hell's Canyon. So I now have some of my stuff in there, and I've got a lot more stuff coming, some mugs and some more hats and some canvas prints and oh, koozies. Yes. Oh, yeah. Check this out. But ding. Yeah, these things are awesome. They turned out so good. If you ever want to get custom made koozies, check out customkoozies.com. They are the bomb. I've used them now for 3 years, I think, ish, maybe a little more. And family owned operation out of North Carolina. They're amazing, super fast turnaround, great prices. Of course, the more you get, the cheaper they are. But I'm telling you, I love that koozie, and I've done many and stuck them up at the bar at Wild Horse. And but I'm here now, and I'm like tapping into this Idaho thing because, of course, I'm from here, and I love the fact that I can get into some brick and mortar stuff. Also, I do have some of my stuff at Vintage Rose in Ontario, but I'll probably kind of fizzle that one out because it's not the optimal place for me. But this is all trial and error. I mean, it's been pretty obvious that the best place for me is a brick and mortar store for what I do and custom make things too, custom design things for people. Because this right here is a custom designed mug for Bar 20. And the back of the hoodies, there's a Bar 20, just regular logo on the front, and the back is a team roping scene. And it's a pretty funny saying that Jay wanted on there. And I'll tell you what it is. It says, team roping saved me from being a porn star. That's it. And he wanted that, so that's what I did. Anyway, it's hilarious, it's cute, and it's very, very unique. So go check out the store, and he'll get the hoodies next week and get a hoodie. So anyway, my point is I'm a busy girl, and everybody I want to interview are very, very busy as well. So it's a matter of lining things up and doing it remotely is the best way to do it because then nobody has to make a plan to come out here and see me, and it works better. So anyway, stay tuned for that. So I look forward to sharing those conversations with you, and as soon as Monday's recording is up, I am on the editing floor and yeah, make it happen so I can get that out as soon as possible. It's going to be a great conversation. It's going to be a lot of love, a lot of laughs, and some stories from a guy that has seen some stuff. And you're going to love him. So, anyway, you guys have a great weekend and stay dry. Hopefully, nobody's flooding. And yeah, spring is coming, baby. So, I look forward to doing more of this with you guys. Anyway, I got to get my little